Hey you guys, welcome. Thank you for visiting Just Enough Spice. Today I have a very special thing that I'm going to do. I want to show you guys how I make one of my favorite meals or dishes. It's really quick and simple, and I thought that maybe I would share it with you guys. It is going to consist of a few items, not many, one of which shrimp, frozen shrimp. I prefer the jumbo size, but any size would do. Also, we will be using some cucumbers and some tomatoes and an avocado, or a fairly ripe avocado. There's also a few seasonings that I would use. I am going to use this, which I put on all and everything I cook. It is a seasoning that I came across maybe about 10 years ago, and I really like it. I like how it makes my food taste, and it gives it a nice, fresh zest to most of what I cook. Anywho, the only other seasoning I'm going to use is Knorr, and I don't have right now a small container. Forgive me, I'm going to show you my extra large container that I use, but it's Knorr, I believe the chicken bouillon flavor. Okay, so as I said again, this is really quick, simple, and just about anybody can make it. Now, what I do want to say is you can substitute shrimp for just about anything, or with just about anything else. Some people would probably use chicken, or any other kind of. You could probably even use tofu if that is what you prefer. I'm going to put about half a bag of the shrimp into a pan, and I'm going to let it thaw out. I don't like to put hot water on shrimp because I don't want to cook it before it has to be cooked. So I will put some cold water and just let it sit in here for a few minutes, and after it's thawed, I will come back and start the preparation. So I hope you guys enjoy what I am presenting today. If you have any questions, please put it in the comment section. I'll try to give you an idea as to how many minutes it takes to do whatever it is I'm doing after I am done. But again, this is fairly simple. Just about anybody can do it. So I really love shrimp. This is one of the things that I eat a lot of, and I'm not a health guru or anything like that. I'm sure that I'm not supposed to eat as much shrimp as I eat, but I like it. And I generally, most dishes that I prepare, I try to put shrimp in it, except for African dishes, and that's one of the other things that I will try to prepare. A few African dishes, just to show you guys how we prepare our food in Sierra Leone, Freetown, Sierra Leone, where I'm from. Anyway, so I've now at this point peeled the shrimps, and because they're so large, I try to cut it in half, right in the middle, and this is so that when I make the meal, I don't have to be biting into huge pieces of shrimp. After I'm done cutting these, I will give them a good rinse, just to make sure that I get all the dirt off of it. And I will then go into preparing the shrimp, which takes, I want to say, maybe about no more than 15 minutes. once I have put it on the skillet to start cooking. And again, as I said, I don't put too many types of ingredients in when I'm cooking this. It's really just down to something that's salty, which is the Knorr, and something that's spicy, which is the jerk sauce, which there was a commercial once where the commercial went something like this. It said, "I put that shit on everything," and I think that's the way I feel about this particular seasoning. I've been using it for quite a while, as I said. I got introduced to it. I think I went to a Jamaican store and I saw it and I tried it. And at the time that I was eating meat, because I no longer eat meat, or at least I'm trying not to eat meat anymore. But at the time that I was eating meat, I would put that on when I was making oxtails, and oh my goodness, the seasoning is just really, really good. So again, you give the shrimp a really good rinse through, just to make sure you get all the dirt that might be on it. And if you eat shrimp a lot, you know what I'm talking about, to rinse it through, and then I will just let it drain, and then we will be ready to prepare. So now I have moved on to cutting the cucumbers. I've already washed them, and however you want to cut your cucumbers, what I do is I go straight in the middle, cut it down and give it another slice. So I cut it into 4 parts, and I always have a bowl or bowls ready to so that I can put whatever I've chopped up, I can put it right into the bowl so that I keep them separated, because it's important that you keep these separated before you, or as you're preparing, because part of the reason why I like this particular dish is because of the presentation. So you will see that after I am done, the presentation of this particular meal becomes very, I don't know, to me it's really beautiful, and I like having to look at meals that are vibrant in colors and prepared in such a way that you have thoughts about, or you remember even after the meal has been consumed. So again, because of the colors that I'm using, the green for the cucumbers, the red for the tomatoes, the pasty yellow / green for the avocados, and the whatever color the shrimp is going to come out looking like, but that's more the smell and the taste. I really like doing or cooking meals where I can see the different ingredients that were put into the meal. So because everything is going in the same pot or the same container when I'm done, I don't mind. I just move away any remnants of the last thing that I cut, push it out of the way, and go from there. Now I'm cutting the tomatoes. This one looks a little, I think I'll put that away. I'll throw that away. Presentation is key to me. And if you have tomatoes that look a little sad or not as well as like this one, I'll put it away. This one, you can see it. Yeah, I'll put it in the trash. So for the avocado, it's just a large or extra large jumbo avocado. And I like to use the entire amount. I'm hoping it's as ripe as I would like it to be. Now, I might be cutting it the wrong way. I'm sure there are people out there that'll say, oh my God, I can't believe she's cutting the avocado that way. So I'm not a food expert. I just know what I like. So please forgive me if I'm cutting it the wrong way, or if it's not a way that you guys are used to seeing avocados being cooked or prepared. So another thing, when I purchased this avocado, actually, I went to Instacart, and the person that I guess selected it did not really pay attention to how ripe it was. So normally, for me to try to ripen avocados in a speedy manner, what I do, I would wrap them in a brown paper bag and put it in a dark closet of some sort, and after about 2 days you go and you have ripe avocados. So we're gonna find out how ripe they are in a minute. Again, I might be doing it the way that people are not used to, but this is the way I prepare my avocados. So if you're not used to it this way, and you're saying, oh my God, she's doing it wrong, she's messing it up, I apologize, but this is the way I do it. Yeah, it might be overripe. But that's okay. That's how we're gonna use it. Or at least we don't have a choice because I do not have, well, I have a few more avocados, but they're not ripe, so, and we're not gonna do this over again. Okay? You guys get the gist of what I'm trying to get done here. Now, even though I'm done with the chopping, I will leave the chopping block here, just in case as I am preparing the food, I realize I need more of something. But I think at this point we have enough avocados. Okay, so at this point we are about to start cooking the shrimp. I put maybe, I want to say about a teaspoon and a half or a spoon and a half of oil. I don't use too much oil. It's not something that I like to spend too much, but just to let you guys know, it's just regular olive oil, nothing special. Let the oil get all over the pan, just to make sure that I'm not gonna have sticky or shrimp sticking to the bottom. And I've allowed the shrimp to strain as much water as it possibly can. And I just put this in the skillet. Just a regular wooden spoon. The Knorr seasoning. So I generally put enough seasoning so when this shrimp is done being cooked, even if I don't put salad dressing or some kind of oil, I am still left in a place where the seasoning that's on the food would make the salad taste burst with flavor. So this is the jerk sauce I was talking about. It's a little on the spicy side. It's actually the hot and spicy. And I just give it a generous amount because again, the flavors that are coming from the cooked shrimp is what's going to enable my vegetables to taste what's the word that I'm looking for? It enables my vegetables to have more of a zesty flavor than just a bland. You guys know what I'm talking about. Vegetables are not always, they don't always taste enticing. So I'm gonna let it simmer for a little bit. At this point, I will turn down the stove because I want it to slow cook. I'll just continue to stir and just let it simmer while I get myself ready for the dish that I'm going to prepare the meal in. I'm gonna let it just simmer. I'm gonna cover it, let the juices cook through that. So at this point, I'm going to turn the fire up a little bit because I let it steam for a little bit. So now I'm going to let the juices dry up. I am also going to open it up at this point so it can dry up. The seasonings and the flavors have now been infused into it, and I can now just stir it around so it can dry up. Now, don't worry about these caramelized things on the side. That's just from the seasoning. And now at the fact that it's drying up, so I just let it do what it does while we wait. So once you notice that it's drying up, you know your shrimp is cooked because we've been cooking it. Maybe I want to say about, maybe about 15 minutes. So we are done at this point. I turn off the fire and now we're gonna go to preparing or putting the ingredients together. So you guys remember that we had cut the cucumbers, the tomatoes, and the avocados. So at this point, I'm just going to lay it out, and it is so beautiful when you're done preparing this. And so what I try to do, I get my cucumbers. I try to put them at the far corner of wherever the bowl or plate that I'm going to be preparing the meal, and I put a nice amount. I think this particular dish will hold most of this cucumber, and yeah, I think most of it. And at the end, I can come back and just fill it up. So because the avocados are somewhat green and I want to see the different colors, the next thing is I would put the tomatoes, just so that there's a barrier between the cucumbers and the avocados, so we can see the difference in colors, have that look that we are looking for, that presentable look. I'll put maybe a few more cucumbers in here. Uh-oh, this did not cut all the way. I'll put a few more cucumbers, and I try to move it up as much as I can because we have to put the shrimp and the avocados. So because the shrimp has some kind of a pink coloring, I will then now put my avocados. You guys see what's going on? I'm trying to keep the colors, trying to have them keep the colors that are similar in nature separated, so that you can, when you're looking at your food, you can see the difference between the avocados and the tomatoes and the shrimp. So now I eat a lot of avocados, so I'm just going to put all of this. You put as much as you think you can tolerate, but all that I chopped up, I'm going to put in this particular dish. This is a very, very healthy meal. I think you guys can tell just by what's going into it. And if you guys would like me to show other healthy meal preparations, please let me know, and I will do that for you guys. So now the last thing we're going to put here is the shrimp. And again, you ignore the fact that there is the crusted sides of the pot, because again, that is just the seasoning that we have had work into our meal. I'll try to not put much of the, yeah. So there we go. Now at this point, try to make sure that your shrimp lays down really well. And we have our meal. So at some point today, I will let this cool off. And at some point today, after it's cooled off, I'll probably put it in the refrigerator for a few minutes. We will then sprinkle olive oil, and you will see the final dish. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please put it down in the comment section. I'm here to answer any questions from time to time, especially for quick meals. I have a son. I like to try to have him have healthy meals, and this is one of the really quick ones to put together. If you have 15-20 minutes, you can make this. And this entire dish is roughly about, I want to say about maybe $15, because the shrimp, the package of shrimp was $23, but I only used half of it. So we say we've spent about, let's say $12 in the shrimp. The avocado was, I think it was $2.99, so we say $3. So we've put $12 plus $3, that's $15. The tomatoes and avocados are nominal amounts. So the total, less than $20, you have a very good meal. This can feed probably 3 people for lunch. And I mean, I don't know how much you guys are eating, maybe 2 people, but it can feed more than one person, or it can be more than one meal. So if you eat this for lunch and you say dinner time, you still have half of it, you can use that for dinner if that's what you are feeling like eating. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Again, please put any comments in the comment section. Please feel free to send any messages to me if you want me to, or if you want to see other dishes that I prepare. As I indicated, I am going to be preparing some African dishes. I think that'll be really exciting. I'm sure that there are some people out there that would like to know how we prepare some of our meals, and I will try to accommodate. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.